we're reconvening in open session. As you know, we were in executive session. So I want to make a motion to nominate Elizabeth Kirby as our next superintendent. Do I have a second?
Second.
Or I should say, do I have a motion? A motion, and then I get a second.
I would like to.
Oh, I made the motion.
I did second.
You're second. Thank you, Mr. Gainer.
Yes.
So I'm going to read a resolution. This is a resolution to appoint and employ superintendent of schools. Whereas as of August 1st, 2019, a vacancy will exist in the office of superintendent of schools of the Cleveland Heights University Heights City School District. And whereas the board undertook an extensive search process conducted by Ray and Associates, and whereas subject to the negotiation of express terms of a written employment agreement and background check, the Board of Education has determined to offer Elizabeth Kirby the position of Superintendent of Schools in accordance with RC 3319.01 and other relevant provisions of Ohio law. And whereas Elizabeth Kirby has indicated a willingness to accept the Board of Education's employment offer and serve as Superintendent of Schools for the Cleveland Heights University Heights City School District during the stated term. Therefore, be it resolved that the President of the Board of Education and the CFO Treasurer are authorized and directed to execute an employment agreement with Elizabeth Kirby upon such terms and conditions as have been agreed to by the parties. Do I have any discussion?
Yes, I want to state the obvious, which is that we had 4 very strong finalists who gave us a lot of their time last week, and we had tremendous feedback from staff and community on all of these candidates. And I personally am very grateful for those feedback sheets. They were very helpful in making our decision. And I'm very happy that Ms. Kirby will be accepting our offer.
So I agree. I'm thrilled that that we have an opportunity to offer Ms. Kirby the superintendency. I got to tell you, as you mentioned, I was overwhelmed. I thought that, this was a really difficult decision. We had so many qualified people reach out to the district and want to join our district, and that was a real sign of affirmation. And so many of them spoke about the good things that we're doing, but Liz in particular stood out to me. There's a few things that Liz spoke of that I think are worth sharing. She was so deeply impressed with our strategic plan and the fact that the strategic plan really does guide everything that we do. It is our compass. And she was really impressed with our commitment to the strategic plan and to the goals of the strategic plan. And she is committed to pursuing those same goals. She doesn't see a whole lot that needs to change of those goals. She feels that she's got her path laid out for her. I will also say that one of the things that she spoke about when she was doing a great deal of research on our district was how impressed she was with the recent State of the Schools presentation that Dr. Dixon did, and how much that meant to her and made her so eager to join this district. So those two things, on top of the fact that she continuously went back to how impressed she is with our professional teaching staff, many times throughout our multiple hours of conversations, she referred back to our, how impressed she is and how eager she is to work with our teaching staff as well as our administrative staff that have guided us. And then the final thing that I wanted to say is our wraparound services. She took great interest in what we're doing for wraparound services. So she's really feels good about the direction that this district is going, and I think she's just eager to join up.
Well, I think we all want to say something, and I certainly want to say something. Apparently I'm next, and maybe I didn't get to it, but I am really thrilled about this. We had 4 phenomenal candidates. It was difficult, but also easy in a way. And it was easy because I just felt like this board really gelled when it came down to talking the details of really what we're looking for as vision, maintaining the groundwork that Dr. Dixon left us. We've heard from community members, they don't want to see the restart button pushed. We're not having the restart button pushed. But now we're in a point where, we can sort of build a culture of excellence. And it's interesting, when we were doing these interviews, we were sitting in a circle here and the candidate was looking this way and they were seeing all the strategic plan things. And it was remarkable about how, our top candidates would start pointing off things. And they were saying, but, you can bring in measurements and expectations. And what this is going to do is it's going to increase the outcomes for our kids. It's going to make it a best work environment for our staff. I mean, there's just so many things that we can build upon this. It's sort of like strategic plan 2.0. So I'm thrilled. We had really a good, diverse set of candidates. I'm thrilled how this board worked together. I mean, you sort of hear through rumor mills when school boards have to make decisions like this. There's division and it's hard. I mean, coming up with 2. I mean, we came up with 4 solid candidates out of 40. Some good local candidates, some great internal candidates who we love a lot. So I thank the board, I thank the community for helping us through this process.
And I'd like to say, I welcome Liz coming into our district. It was a very tough decision, particularly for me, because it was just tough. Our internal candidate, I'm sure she will embrace Liz. I'm sure Liz will embrace her, and I'm sure she will continue to do the work that she have done in the district. We came together on a decision as a board. We had a couple of nights where we were meeting and what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? But I think we did come to a collective decision, and I think we made the right decision. And again, I say, I look forward to the work that Liz is gonna do and the continued work that our faculty and staff will do to continue to build our district.
And I just want to thank our teachers, our students, our staff, our administrators, our community members for participating in the search process. It's a lot to ask people to give up 4 nights in 1 week. And I thank everybody. I also thank everyone for the candidate impression sheets.
Yes.
We all had big binders like this to read, which is,
We read them.
we read every word, every sheet. That's one of the reasons why this process took so long. And frankly, it took so long because we had great candidates. And, I think that we, brought forth people that I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of the process that we did. I'm very proud of the candidates we put forth in front of our community. And I feel like we selected Liz because we're confident she is committed to the work of the strategic plan. She's committed to the key values of our current plan, which are equity, engagement, enhancing relationships with our staff, with our teachers, with our families, with our community. And she will build on the foundation to move our district to the next level in improving student outcomes. She brings a proven track record of raising student achievement and closing gaps in a diverse community, which is similar to ours. She did this by aligning assessments with curriculum and streamlining the number of assessments being used. And she wants to provide teachers and staff with useful and actionable information, but she also wants to reduce the amount of testing that goes on so we can increase instructional time. And to me, that right there was probably the final point for me that was really, really important. So does anybody have any other discussion? If not, we'll take a vote. Mr. Gaynor, will you call the roll?
Ms. Serene,
Yes.
Mr. Hines,
Yes.
Mr. Potts,
Yes.
Ms. Lewis,
Yes.
Ms. Wright.
Yes.